Another wonderful day, another fine day. We get together and have conversations. We get together and we talk to people with people who are making things happen in our community. Um, Today is gonna be more like news. We're just gonna talk about the things that are happening around the community. I'll probably give my opinion. If you have time, you can give your opinion. Um, yeah, I'll talk, probably give my opinion. If you get time, you will give your opinion. But yes, we'll just talk about the community and some of the things that it done they happen for we community. Yeah, so if anyone is watching, I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope it was a peaceful day for you. I hope I hope the many things them we you the hope for achieve the good way you want them. I hope life to get better for you and your friends and your family and even your enemies. I hope you are one of those persons where the hell we get to where we want to be. I hope you are one of those persons where the hell of our community. It is serve our community. I hope you know be one of that person the way he thinks in a lie go hell be out of the mess with inside. I hope if you're one of that persons the way you're honest enough to see a lie and call it a lie. I hope you're one of that men the way they don't decide see them to the one lie pass the whole day they lie. But yeah, we're gonna have a simple conversation and it's going to be more about the conversation is just gonna be about the things that happen for community like I talk. Now give me 1 second. I don't know what they happen. I write down some points here for some people. The points you have one more address, I write them down for some people. I define the people I need see. I want to go for order way. I write down the points. I just want to talk about something them and that's it. Oh, what the what's that trailer paper? I wrote those things in a paper on a paper and yeah. So how for you? How your side? What did it happen? What is the one that is trending at your end? Now what did the trend for your end? Okay. I don't know who said that people don't go, but that's crazy. I will write down some points and for some people. I will know it's okay. Those are the things we are going to talk about today. And I'll be hopeful full on for the order we did for the people. Now I don't know whose side. You don't go. If any person to watch, let me know if the volume is okay, please. If anyone is watching, let me know if the volume is okay. And for those who they watch already, are you guys following the elections in America? If you're America, even if you're Cameroon, it's good to follow the elections for America. Or um, you do follow elections for America, or you to be one of that persons the way you know get you that time anymore for worry about elections. Yeah, but at that point there was I don't know who said I don't disappear go. I'll just follow on from here. Yeah, you should be one of that person to follow election for America or you two don't just be like, man, I not get me time for the wahala. This thing the drain money energy, this thing the drain money time. Um because honestly and seriously, election for America they take so much time. It takes so much time, so much time. Where if you know, um, it takes so much time. Okay, the volume there. Okay, it takes so much time. Where if you never even know how, can you imagine? I had a conversation with a friend yesterday, and it asked me what I go vote, and I tell you no, I no go vote. And then he tell me say no, na that when it comes to the elections, they be more important. The decisive election, them when I need one participate. But tomorrow now can't start complaining, say, oh this, oh that. And then I was just like, yeah, I don't know how because of me, I need to hear the word legislative. I don't know, I need to pay attention. But it was serious because governors were being voted, mayors, so municipal mayors were being voted and things like that. And I feel saying that even the that is the culture we have, right? As in we don't pay attention to these things, yet um we need to pay attention for this thing them, yet for some different level they will feel like we still need to get opinion. It's so that's so flawed. You cannot say, okay, I'll only talk for the level, or I only interact for the level, whereas you not get information about the whole. No, you get to get information about the whole, you get to participate for every level, and then that way um if you get an adequate conversation with somebody, um yeah, if you listen to most of the people they talk politics, election, I mean the common man, you realize that most of them not even really know what they talk about. Most of them not really know what they talk about. Most of them they don't even know what they are talking about. But oh, what make me feel they say, oh, now them they know past, now then they know all thing, and stuff like that, which is okay. Which is okay if that makes you happy, if that makes you feel fulfilled, if that makes you feel like, oh, I am the man, or I am the blah blah blah, that's on you. But we can actually do better, whether here or back home. It is just good for us to start participating. It's good for us to start paying attention to exactly what is happening. It's just fair for us um to always just be there and know it till happen, because it's only when you know what is happening that you can when you know it till happen, where if you go ahead now for guide some person, or for tell some person, or for get an argument with some person. Because when the argument did ever happen, it mostly get for happen now for level for policies, or level for some kind of thing them. But if you don't know anything that happen, you don't know that my order my, because I dey follow for some reason lately I dey follow Tucker Carlson, I dey follow Candice Owens. I dey follow this guy's Dean Withers. So I think that's his name. Very young guy. I think he should be like 21, 22, or 23. But extremely smart guy. I follow a couple of social media, not be social media persons them. I think call them influencers. I think you call them influencers. Yeah, I follow a couple of them where they actually talk politics and things like that. Especially when I realize, see, whatever conversation they're having at the time, they are trying to be honest. I try to listen, I try to follow, and then I need only one listen at the Democratic side of conversations. I make sure I listen for Democrats, I listen for Republicans, I listen in. One common thing about most of these conversations, especially when the people they open line for people for call and things like that, you realize, when a Republican come on the phone, they practically don't know anything about Democrats. They practically don't know anything about Democrats' policies. You hear they'll tell you things like, my family don't always vote na the line, so I don't really care me about any other thing for that side. And at the same time, when Democrat come on the phone or on the line, you realize that most of them they don't know nothing about Republicans. Some of them don't even know some of the Republican candidates where they vote against. So they grow up with the culture of, this is a person you're going to vote for, and that is that the person your family don't vote for from. So that is who you will vote for. But things are changing a little bit now, especially with the coming of social media, um, with the involvement of influencers and artists and celebrities actually jumping into politics. It make now, might say, if you be now person way, you be Republican inclined. But if you start listening to some artists where maybe like a Democrat or whatever, from time to time, if you hear a few things about Democrat and that kind, or you might say be some person way you be Democratic inclined, and then you start listening to some artists where it is support now Republicans. Before you know it, a few things they will fly around with you grasp them, and then so things are actually changing. We see people they try for 1 year, listen to people they try for one get conversations. Contrary to back in the days where no, it was just like, oh no, my family, no, my family that will be with the kind of people that we will no one hearing or nothing, and that is it. Now people are getting a little bit relaxed, like okay, we can have these conversations, we can talk about these things, and see what's there for you or for me. Um, yeah, it's another day, and we're going to have another conversation. I'll write down some topics that we are just things I'll address them. And if you get idea on any topic while they talk about them, if you feel so you want call or you want participate for the conversation, just let me know. I'll connect phone. I'll connect phone, and then if you go ahead and participate. The very first conversation, the very first topic, we be then at the main topic for today. Now the allegations that really go on between Fika Food and Ministry and Mwele Kombi and coach. No, must start with Mwele Kombi first. So allegedly, so rumors that they circulate say Palava money, Palava 100 million. Some players they never paid them plenty money, maybe only one training prim or no. I remember some time be the way when Samuel Eto'o came in, they be actually switched the system from paying players cash to Samuel Eto'o was insisting for everybody to have a bank account. That way they pay your money through your bank account and everything. And everything was going well. And it'd be difficult for players to never pay me because there was a bank account that will show that okay, now say your money pass, now say your money pass, now say your money go enter. Then when they come they start to say they want to run things. Then when they come they start to say, oh, they want to manage things. And then Samuel Eto'o was like, okay, go ahead, guys. And we on a family, right? When if you go ahead and handle them, I don't give me any problem with that. Before you know it, before you know it, with the end of scandal, the highway, oh, the what happened. I remember sometime even the way Samuel told they be take budget for managed team, managers they have remain, they go back and back for case for treasury. But then when the company they take over, we only realize now say after games, you see them they drink champagne, we start realize how they want go play game. The number of players they enter for playing, the plenty pass, the number of supporters they enter for playing, whether they travel with the team, it plenty pass the number of players they play for fee, and so many other things that start happen until we don't get now to we get to the place where we hear say coach be resigned, so they send letter for Fika Food, and for the letter I actually specify why we resign. He said they never pay money, did that, and based on that, they get right for end the contract. And then when the thing go public and stuff like that, They start go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But at the end of the day, it shows you the coach will actually resign. And the problem within I said they maybe don't pay so salary, I think for 2 months or something. So they will finally pay him and they finally go back for work. Now with the year about 100 million, with the year say they owe some player their prim. They owe some player the money way they begin to pay them for. So match you don't even pass you they don't pay them that one, they don't even can pay them the other one for the other match. And when we really talk for years, say those are some of the things we feel like it told you try for change and for the system. Some people they be looking like, oh, wanna be too fanatics, oh, on a job be crazy about it too. So man call you somewhere this everything. I say, okay, say if I support it too, it means say I be some person who like aesthetics. So you don't like things the way they shine, things the way they say. According to you, Tony, it do not work. But we continue for tenants. If a Tony work, why CAF want it? Why CAF hire you? If a Tony work, why FIFA hire you? You understand? Like they say, prophet never ever respected or recognized for a house now. Or they see the case with too. So yeah, now the home that way they go on right now, say they don't chop player that money and did that. And now the funny thing we didn't say, with the years say the money they already come off for state coffers. So they already signed the money disbursed and move on for state coffers. So it already cost that office. So in between that office and how the money disappear, would the women and tell you who actually be responsible? But the way we live the work for situation like that, now the person will be head off. Now you go hold them. So the person will be deciding now one sees team for faker foot, the manager. Now he they responsible. Now why that way most people they feel like okay, they'll put another Mele Combi head. Oh now Mele Combi for can give explanations and things like that. Because at the end of the day, anyhow it happen. That other people they did under it, right? Yeah, in as much as when they discover the man when I chop the money or I thief the money, if he happens to say they actually chop the money or thief the money, the person will go jail or anything. But for now, we'll still blame the person really at the head when I supposed to see the cover or all the rest of them. And that person, na Mwele Kombi we I say be playing a running or be playing a volleyball na with you. But for some reason, you feel like if you manage football. Now one of the people they try to convince Cameroonians they say, manage football. You don't need football experience. For manage football, you need now administrative experience. For manage football, you know must be as a person we don't play ball. Me, so I agree with that. Generally, for manage anything for the world, you don't need for be person you will do the thing. You understand? But you get for at least be person where you don't go inside and then learn, or you get ready for learn, or you surround yourself with people the way they actually know and if you run things. Nobody say you come in say you come out for Ministry of Culture, Arts and Culture, and they come for football, and then surround yourself with archaeologists them. So kind of people they don't get nothing to do sports or football, and then when I expect to make good decisions. It explains exactly why what country they will play. They explain exactly why some people they feel like with football need data will play will be there again, even though it told them before for 4 years. But I'll tell you guys, psychologically, whatever, it no matter how strong that picking they be, no matter how strong that players in be, they struggle every game. And at some point in time, you give up. You give up. It explains why at some point in time, Onana performance was horrible. At some point in time, Abubakar was struggling. At some point in time, Baleba they struggle. Like you just see one player the video come on makes one of the only man way for some reason always be consistent, especially for a club. Nzambangisa. I mean for high level Nzambangisa, and then now Boemo two way the struggle one man match, it show up and do things. I don't know. And if when maybe I go back for office and then move sending Mwele Kombi picture, me at least do something about Mwele Kombi. The other part of the conversation was going to be Mark Brees. We say up to now, I don't know if you don't make list, you don't send the list. But I think say before I want to do the live, except I know we don't hear or I know we don't see them. He never see send lists for players away. We will use them for go play that playoffs for see if we still qualify for World Cup. Now, all the other countries the way they qualify for that playoff, we don't see their list of players. What are Gabon, what are RDC, Congo, whether na Nigeria, all of them are making preparations already. They're already talking about, they already produced their list of players they will use them. They're already talking about what will happen and things like that. They're making preparations, and it's obvious. But because of our own team, the people the way they manage them, the people they want run things. Now people they don't know nothing about football. They just feel like, oh, footballer and footballer. Anytime anytime they call if you go play and deliver. After all, they get clubs that they play for Europe. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So I say Mark Bruce never send this, and apparently never send this now because they say they owe him money also. So they did after they paid out 2 months, they just tell him I go sleep for them. So they owe it also. We don't know what they really happen. I really hope we really get a system where they feel organized press conference and people they explain themselves, and people then call people directly say, okay, that money don't come on, now the man take them. Now the man be careful for you. If the man if they never give for you, me say now the man be responsible. But we don't have that kind of system in place. We don't have those kind of system in place. And then the mistake where we the people they make and say at every opportunity, at every chance, instead for we for actually call out the people that will know say, okay, now then they spoil the thing. No, we'll start the ben now. We'll start the ben now. We'll start me and say, oh, the man, my brother, oh, the man, my uncle, oh, the man, my did this, that. We need everyone be straight. We need everyone be honest. You need the help we. You need the help. You need put we for the position we need put we for the situation we where would they. I just hope we can do better. I just hope we can do different. I really just hope we can start thinking like a community that wants to go, a community that has potential like we have. Look at what has happened since Mark Bruce came. Person they bring him, he can coach team. He don't turn calm. It can't be like say naive. I don't know. He just do anything you want and now. He do anything you want time. It disrespect the Mark Bruce don't between a person way. Now they make decision for Cameroon. Now they make decision for Cameroon. If they do any kind of tier one do, because that is generally what happens when somebody is giving authority way, he pass the responsibility way get them. Generally for life, the way life the work I say, your responsibility it come with some authority. Anytime where your responsibilities that come with over authority, it go likely spoil it in them. Anytime where your responsibility come with less authority, it go likely spoil it in them. Every responsibility get a level for authority where you go with for help you realize that responsibilities. But we don't take some man, give responsibility, and then give authority, they say, na president for country. You get right for coach any man want coach him, you get right for talk any kind of thing want talk him, any kind of side we feel like you want talk the thing. Any kind of side we feel like you want talk the thing, any kind of time we feel like you want talk any kind of thing, he can just go ahead and say it, and nobody will challenge him, nobody will do anything. On the contrary, they really begging a beggy, like say who people that are not. It's ridiculous. The other thing we Abu will talk about now we'll switch more now for the two way the hot for country in politics. We hear say Agbobala and Michel Ndoki, we hear say they don't call we hear say allegedly say they know the Cameroon again. Now I don't know whether they believe Cameroon before Rome will come out say they so they want arrest them, they will define them for arrest them. Or they will already get some man don't hint they say nothing that they happen and then they clear before the one can find them. Whatever the situation, whatever the case, the one thing with the funny mean I say people they actually I don't know whether they pass na true na both whether they work on our food for man feel good before run or they work out food now that side of Kumbo before run, or they do now how they pass now through Chad. I don't know how they do them. But people they make a maybe they say, oh, now very smart people they before the government one wise they already come out. If they take na plane come over Cameroon, it means the government need really one cash them. If they actually go enter an inside plane before travel, it means the government need to really get time for the all the two people they talk and say, oh, government want to do this because I don't realize say that is actually the strategy now for the beta losers. They come up with propaganda upon propaganda. Oh, lawyer military don't tell me go for here. Oh, the one look like propaganda upon propaganda for just make the people make they feel they see the over important, the over day. So the government, if a Cameroon government defines you, who Cameroon government already win election, Biad already win election, Constitutional Council already validate the election. There is nothing you can do at this moment. We don't see a lot of international institutions or countries and we that already endorsed Biya as don't congratulate you as president and things like that. How long you want go? You want made a finish way in before France can talk say, oh, we don't want it, or America can talk say we don't want it. Just the other day, so wait till it happen for Nigeria. President Trump already put out a statement on that. We mean say be aware of anything that already happened for Cameroon and any part for Africa. So if you never talk on this, it means that they okay wait till it happen for day. And that is the one thing I continue to worry about our people. Like, wait till we need the Siam. Every time we are looking for somebody to come and help us, every time we are acting like it's only these people that are here that can do this. People that get their own problem. They never finish solve them. We actually want the rely, we wait at them. Say na them go kahelewe. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. The Ella will realize say the way forward now for we for do the right thing, the way forward now for we for be honest, the way forward now for we for act like so we really love the country, the way forward now for we for do things in the way we not like do the right thing, contrary to the bad thing the people they do it will hella we. It will hella we. So yeah, I say Agbobala in Michelle Noki, they don't pum. That's so yeah, allegedly. With the year to say even the other man will be say now he say go fight to wait. We say to know they go we say to then and Nigeria. Something or else. I don't know whether that's really true. Because at this point in time, no man even can forget to say yes, not true. Adena for Nigeria. No man can talk you understand? In a talk say no, yes, not true. Adena for Nigeria. No man, no, all man just leave me the rumors and the fly so long as they know see the alleged stories it actually make them look important, make them look like say because that's the thing for Cameroon. If you sound like oh Biya define me, oh the man define me say oh you be really important person. Should they Biya define you, should they Biya and things like that. Oh, it's crazy. And I remember when Agbobala actually endorsed Chiruma, I did a live and I said, for me personally, at the time, I felt like that was a political suicide, especially if Chiruma no win to become president of Cameroon. That was what I said. And so many people didn't agree. So many people felt like, oh no, Sako, you know it's about politics. Agbobala no politics better than you. He's smarter. He went to school. He don't work with these organizations. He don't work with these people. They know how to network. It already written them. But me, the way I ever look life now, 1+1 not 2. You understand? And then especially the timing for when he go endorse Chiruma. For me, it was just more of I feel like if it happened the year, so my wrong over this. So when it happened, might be part of the team way now then win. For me, that move now shall be Siam. At the time, I be look and I say, oh, you don't do it. You know how some people they want to go watch game. Canon the play, no man knows Canon. PWD Kumba they play PWD Bamenda. You be picky where they born you for Kumba, but you grow for Bamenda, and then you ever come Kumba. You know that kind of situation where now you don't even know, and you get family and friends for Bamenda, you get family and friends for Kumba. You don't know now who for support them. So you don't go for fee, you don't wear 2 mayo inside, you wear PWD mayo for inside. You wear PW Bamenda mayo on top, and then you take shirt now, you cover all the 2 mayo. Any side you do the story, you find say no, you know that you come with this side story, find say no, you know the that way one job make so here for that last minute where you realize say PW the Kumba the win PW Bamenda 3-1 inside Bamenda, and no way no you sure say this so that game go end. So you just move all your clothes and now move that PW Bamenda mayo to wear And then you start on now, you go for now for Sabi PWD Kumba supporter, the day you start to support. Oh. For me, that was actually what Bala did. So he moved that PWD development and Mayo to and then Rongo for PWD Kumba. And then for the end of the day, PWD Kumba equalize the two go them where they be winning 3-1, so they go win for penalty. So for me, at that point in time, with the way things that happen, I be just look at me like I be talking, I be say if Chiruma no win to they become president, it will become a political suicide for Agbobala's political career. Because first of all, we saw you with OC Joshua, who is considered a brother. First of all, don't always know we use you to support you in Akere Muna. You understand? Akere Muna withdraw a candidacy, endorse other person. You know, follow ye. It means you know really believe for the person in ideologies. If he withdraw a candidacy and then endorse some person, if you really believe for the person in ideologies, you get to follow that person. But you know, follow ye. Once you see you, OC Joshua, you guys had a wonderful conversation, and especially we as Anglophones, we were so proud, we were so happy. So they even promise you, say, if you become president, it will make you a minister of justice or something of that sort. Are we always just like really happy, like wow? So time they reach way, they'll share the cake, you go reach for our family. And then time reach now for endorse some person, you know, endorse OC Joshua, you know, endorse Akere Muna candidate, you go endorse Chiruma. And then you come out later on, you get your reasons why you feel so you endorse Chiruma. For you, it be legit, but for me, I still feel like maybe faulty, be flawed. Say, oh, I be writing a 3-letter, and for that 3-letter, I be actually presenting which way I want them for my people when are the Anglophones, and because it be accept the thing them, now why do I endorse it? Inside my head, you don't forget how Chiruma they lie. You don't forget say Chiruma are the biggest liar probably it don't ever exist for Cameroon politics. Like the only person we in like Atanganji ne even lie. Atanganji they just talk like true, talk to you, go do am, draw a line, you cross am, if frappe you. But you are dealing with Chiruma who don't see lies upon lies for national TV until the way they happen. Sometimes when journalists ask you a question, right? Instead for you for lie, you tell you know what, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't want to say anything on that. You move on. But for you for looking for I talk say, oh no, nothing happened for Southwest and Northwest. At that moment where things were so bad, I remember very well that was the same time this guy went to jail. I mean, Agbobala, Mimi Mefo, I think was locked up or something. When this guy was Minister of Communications, the early days of that crisis, I don't watch interview just the evening where journalists they tell say we yes military to do what people then. So he said, why if he talk so? He was even threatening the journalists. You just believe say if the man tell you say okay now the thing they do you want to have Anglophone they I go give you, bro. You know how politics work. That contract where you now that thing they will promise you is not binding. It's not binding. You don't get no legal backing. You don't get no legal backing. So it's just his words against your words. For that kind of lie, man. So for me, when he come and say, oh, I endorse it now because I be something that I want for my people, and he promise me he go give me that thing, and I want to endorse it. I just look, I was just like Grand Fair. I want a political jargon. That one are just political jargon. You went there because you felt he was actually going to win. And then if you win, maybe we are all small support with the can wait. Guess what? It will technically compensate you with whatever, I don't know, prime minister, whatever thing. Like I said, when he endorsed Chiruma, for me, it was a political suicide. But later on, I actually started thinking, oh, but no, maybe it think can I say, it plan for one for 2032. So if he endorsed Chiruma now with the popularity Chiruma get them, not only for Cameroon, but especially for that northern part of the country, maybe for 2032 when he run, Chiruma if he endorse it also and give you votes them for that side, which makes sense. If not the reason that way, really for deep inside, if not the reason that we endorse Chiruma, me I don't get me no problem with that. But if Chiruma yes, not the reason that even if you ever endorse him, because it means you be the plan for use me, you know be really mean them. Especially because if Chiruma be accept Agbobala for a team, now because it be the hope say Agbobala will be that person, it be need some person way it come out for Northwest and Southwest. Where if you bring the votes them for Northwest and Southwest with table, because Chiruma win Northwest and Southwest technically for if you win the election. if Chiruma be win Northwest and Southwest, technically before we win the election. So I think say when Chiruma be doing maths, you know, so if he win for Douala, if he win for Yaoundé, if he win for Western Region, if he win for 2 regions of a North or 3 regions of a North. So if he win Northwest and Southwest also, it will make me 7 regions against the 3 East, Center, East. It will make me 8 regions. More dashi Yaoundé. If you know say go make it 7 regions against 3 for Bia, technically go win the elections. Because generally that's how you calculate the elections. One of America, one on the West side. You calculate now, okay, if you win for you, win for you, win for you, win for you, win for you. Now you know the place where you must win. The Ebinosi must win for Gagawa. Ebinosi will probably win for Adamawa. But you know be sure say if you win for some kind of places, so now for they will go make the campaign them. It did say like Bia be no very well, and if you win Gagawa. First of all, Amadou Aïdjo they be common at Gagawa. So Gagawa people they vex we. Iya Mohammed they for jail. Gagawa people they vex we. And then now Chiruma. So Biame no see no fi ever win for Gagawa. Now why that way go make a campaign now for far north for sideway speaker day for day Cavaye Gibri something I don't know how to pronounce that name. Fine, sorry. Cavaye Gibril. Cavaye. Yeah, now name that Cavaye, but so me name the for me and then Gibril for end. Yeah. So now why that way go make a campaign now for far north? Because you know, say, okay, with the help of the man we get him for the Senate president. Yeah, I think Senate president. With the help and the popularity and the people they will carry and go for the if he galvanize the people then small for voting. And it happened, he win for the win all 3 main regions them, win Southwest and Northwest. That's it. He wins the election. So like I said, if Bala calculation be then I say I do Chiruma a favor now, and I expect when I run for president for 2032, he will return the favor. Then it was a smart political move. But if he was actually Chiruma was going to win this election, and that was the reason why he endorsed Chiruma, then sorry, that was miscalculated. And for me, that's a political suicide. So if I even hear now say, you know, they Cameroon say at the year, I actually say they run and this and that, and it's surprise. Because that is the end of the career. If really the run, that's probably the end of the career, the political career. As for Michel Ndoki, let them continue. The other topic I want to talk about is going to be about an organization. They call themselves Dispensation Investment Group. I know one of the things that people struggle with, especially those who they did back home and those who they did now place for invest, not only place for invest, but place for invest where you sure say in the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, even when you know they your investment go see make sense. And if you go for some place where the place will be one time, that is the reason why so many people are doing trust today, right? So many people they start trust, they create trust, get their property, then put it under their trust, get their whatever, they push it under their trust the manager and things like that. Dispensation Investment Group, now one of our companies or institutions that I've known them for some time now, 4 or 5 years. I've been working with them 4 or 5 years, and they are involved in investment, especially in America, especially in real estate, whether on a land, whether on a house where you want to buy them for years. Now they don't actually extend for Africa, for places like I think Congo, for places like I think Guinea. I'll look at them again. We'll get the conversation in full, but it's a group of wonderful persons who are actually helping people who want to invest, especially in the United States, because of the advantages the way United States get them. So they don't set up this system with legal everything. You can be in Africa if you get your money, you get everything. If you buy property for a year, and from time to time, if you can visit your property and things like that. I need to talk to one because I want to talk. I talked to one because for the last 4 years, we've had at least 2 seminars every year where people coming from Africa, people that don't buy property for here, we can look at their property, what on a land, what on a house, what on a. I think the other times if they be actually trend online because Kofi Olomide they be buy some house. So I be actually before the time they sign the contract and everything. So which I travel talking and see with you, which I travel talking and see. When you have time, check out Dispensation Investment Group. Not check them out because you want to go do business with them. Just check them out so that way if you start to follow them, see if they be legit. Maybe after 1, 2, 3, 4 years, if you refer them for some person where you want invest and things are like that. So many people feel like America is closing its doors on immigrants. So many people feel like America is wanting to shut its doors from the rest of the world, especially with the fact that now people that begin for already play TV lottery, right? But now over here, no nothing. So many people are worried. So many people are like, oh, America is shutting. America is not shutting its doors, and as until we don't the help of America since you know that today starts. You understand? Remember back in the days, America wanted to develop so bad. Their people, their papa them be come off a year, can't ride for Africa, can't find people they will can help them build. They catch you by for day by force, bring you for here, you will help you build the country. So after some time, there was a policy change. No, 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 no. You need to go cash me again by force, make I work for you and things like that. Now you get to pay people, you get to do this. So when that policy change be occur, one other thing be occur, I see the government itself will put in place now new strategies for encourage people that will work out their food come on for the camp. When I wait till they do now, right? DV lottery, mentorship programs, sponsorship programs, HB1 visas, all these plenty different names them of things away. The bottom line of all of these things now will encourage the smartest, the brightest from other communities for come for you can help continue build the country. So I feel like we don't work America don't work still some place. So other person are they at the head of America. So you don't decide say no. This time around, the quality of people one time we will change them. You know, being at any kind of man we get O level or advanced level. You know, being at any kind of man if you go to embassy, no. Now the reason we hear about gold card, right? I think gold card and how many million, and then I think they just give a citizenship one time or so now the country is actually being managed by a group of people who feel like no, we will not want not just people that if you bring any kind of value, but now people that if you bring that wealthy people that will come for America. So when program like this, America they still give people the visa because they don't buy land for year. America they still give like compose you say them will give the visa, but at least the fact that you don't buy property for America, you don't invest for America, and you don't run for some time, they realize your payment be consistent. They realize, okay, you did back home, they do background check on you, check your bank account, they realize you really get the money, the resources, and whatever. America starts looking at you like somebody who can invest, who can bring value to our country. So they'll give visa. Because if you know, they don't ever know, now the only reason that way, when you go for an interview for American embassy, the one thing where they want me you prove for them now say you go add value to their country. Or that, oh, I go visit my Pekin, oh, that one on your own. That one on your own because you feel see where their Pekin will come visit you for Cameroon. Once you tell them any two way, it make the consular officer feel like, okay, this person they go for America, so you go add value to America. They'll give you the visa. And at a new way, that way, I think say the administration, they want to look at things before they start issues some kind of or open some kind of program them and things like that. Yeah, so Dispensation Investment Group, now the company name, they are actually involved with helping people invest in America, even in Africa too, but especially for people who are not in America to invest in America. I know a lot of people the way they did in America and they don't invest for the same projects. So yeah, Dispensation Investment Group. If you get time, go look them up. Thank me later. Oh, for those who the Arlington, when I remember sometime I be go on a rant on this particular platform, this to read the platform, and I talked about a group of persons, AVFC, Arlington Veteran, where a group I belong to. In as much as now I they on suspension, and I don't even feel like going back. I don't even feel like going back because I be one of that persons who I don't like me disorder. I don't like chaos. I don't like any place where people they not be honest and things like that, especially mature people. And then if you look at why these people are not honest, if you look at why there's chaos, you need to understand. And then when you even try to call people to order and things like that, they start to act like, oh, I come America before you, so you need to correct me. Oh, I feel I get money be past you, so you need to correct me. Oh, I am a nurse, so you need to correct me. You're just a photographer, you're just a videographer, and things like that. It's things which are really ignorant, right? Very, very ignorant. So over the weekend they had the elections and they now get new president. And if you actually go for election day, I don't know if they vote president and then vote other post them like team manager and all of that other things. I don't know how it happened. I don't know if president already appoint a new coach or they keep the same administrators they will be to work with. and things like that. I don't know how it's working. But I just hope the change we it don't happen for the group, the change of administration, it will come with some really good things. I'm actually glad because the person we lost election because we didn't have two people, Kizito and Black Mamba. Kizito win. I think one day later, Black Mamba don't concede and encourage every person to jump on board and push Arlington Veteran to where we are supposed to get it to, which is a good thing. Kizito na one of that person the way I'd always get respect for ye. In as much as he be part of the previous administration and all the shenanigans we be go on there, the reason we need to report for GA, no man no no. Until for last minute, before I start tell we have realize I want even kick the man out of group, say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I don't decide I need to give him my money again. And I hope say if you fix the group. Now person we from the first day we be take the treasurer on a financial secretary position, he was so transparent. He was very, very transparent. He actually helped the group to where it got to raise 40, 50,000. Um I really hope say if we bring the necessary change we Arlington veteran need that is a group that can it not be that can Arlington veteran is a group that has helped so many people in the past. Arlington veteran are a group if I look at the things we used to do back then when we were small, when most of us were even still broke. I mean, so be there for that play where we if you contribute $2,000 for some situation. But now, so I know say most of you will start Arlington veteran of be there with 30 back then or 40. All that 40 people then play with the dinner. So they will move $1,000 every year again for Arlington veteran. But the question is before I move my $1,000 gear for some organization, I get for be sure with that organization if we do $1,000 or wait till now if do $300 wanna be get up. This previous administration was just trash. A bunch of grown men who don't know anything about administration and they were so disrespectful, very, very exploitative. It be the show clearly say the people they need be there for year for really run the group. They be just there for year for raise money, do some small thing, and then buy member drink, chop soya, some kind of thing. Them. It was just obvious. Or carry on projects the way they put money for their particular persons in their pocket. Well, they are gone. I dey hope for meet up president for AVFC, the new president for AVFC. I want to get the conversation with him. If they don't give records of a club, how money be the run, how everything. If I get them, I'll do a show where we'll talk about them. So many crazy stuff went on for the last 2 years. For the last 4 years, I think. So many crazy stuff happen. So many crazy stuff happen. Well, I just expect you know repeat itself. Wow. So tomorrow, na oath ceremony for Paul Biya. Iwitie Manda. He eighth mandate. People don't make noise with it, but it's still definitely going to happen. It's not like I'm celebrating. It's not like I'm happy that he will continue to be president of Cameroon. But sometimes if you're a fighter, if you are a visionary, if you are somebody who can be honest with yourself, and then you tell people they say, this is actually what is going to happen if we not do this, if we not do, and then they know yeah, and then it happen, you just be like, okay, at least now we don't learn one lesson. Um, okay, Nji, you want contribute? When I connect, yeah, if you plan for contribute, just in a topic where I already pass and just write them for comment section. So I feel yeah, if you plan for if you want call, if you call, you make your contribution. Yeah, if you want call, if you call, the lines will be open. Make your contribution. So yeah, tomorrow Biya the sign or they swear Biya in as president for Cameroon. And whether Chuma they like or not, he is going to be president. Whether they like or not. Hello.
Uh,
How
yeah,
far?
even no cool.
Yeah, will get you.
Nice
You
show.
haven't contribute for
Yeah,
this topic.
um, I want to contribute for this alleged salary issue for Lions and then also the political situation now. But that one for Lions, their salary and stuff like that. I think not just evidence for which we I think you don't need to be preached platform for many months
Mm-hmm.
now. As as bad as what everything says this fake would be, but it was never a time when where Africa will get a financial management for Lions will not be to get issues with travel, logistics, salary.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden we don't go back to place where we used to be because I wanted to widen come in with issues of cream. And the ministry should always be at the back foot where they could always try to meet expectancies. And when the issue become a mark with the resignation,
Mm-hmm.
we direct come out talks in a lie. If can't you say it will have been because of salary issues to really could take that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the issue already the ODS play track to no come and the salary not be paid.
Hmm.
And it just actually show come on and now we don't preach and pray about issue for this current minister of sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it, how long it goes to be minister of sport, but trust me, Cameroon going to prosper under leadership in the sincerity. That leadership with we can say tutel, we don't miss it totally. We
Mm-hmm.
know we go forward for our football. Secondly, about what we go for pay politically now.
Before you want to talk about
Um,
politically, what is your take on people the way any there is still struggle for pin all the rubbish wey dey happen for fake food, like the failures the way they get them. People they still struggle for pin for fake food and specifically for it too. What do you think?
you know, say this issue for Samuel too, it be intertwined with the go of Cameroon politically, you understand? We
Mm-hmm.
don't choose to not be rational. We don't know how to separate things. For example, plenty of opposition people in the normal people go street with some of them get that beef with too because of the political alliance.
Yes.
But you see, say this time, say we just decide to abstain from everything, but you just decide to keep it cool. But people still together, so it clouds their judgment of even the football management. Now, why that you see, so sometimes it been a waste of time for continuing it, but they know the truth.
Yes.
But because of that other beef,
Mm-hmm.
they carry and bring her inside the issue of football.
That's
Now, why
true.
that no matter what you do, they will always want to put everything on somewhere, even when they know say it's not a win. So I just think they can bring another political beef with the carry them into football because normally all man see. I mean, I like the fact that food actually back down for a while for that financial management.
Yes.
But since we don't yet we see issue they were playing football issue Eswatini, it been a problem.
Yeah.
He gave football pass to Congo. We don't we see the kind of plane they use are now very old Cameco flies and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's it don't take me back. And you always talk on people I should say if I could do comparative analysis, wait to be better before, what to better.
Get on now.
Somewhere or maybe it's not the best, but was it better? Clearly the management of the national team was better
Mm-hmm.
than what he did now. So people they will always rub everything with their football for a name. Why? Because of that political beef. So in fact say no be more support on the way they want me support now. And we right get right football. But people they want man use that political beef to try to analyze the managerial the management.
Okay.
Wait now for me it be irrational. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Then
want to talk politics?
yes, I hear I want make contribution because I hear you really talk about Barrister Bala
Mm-hmm.
and he endorsement of Chiroma here. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what I observed now say initially Bala was with OC because I watched a couple of interviews where they do them together. I even listened to OC talk of the interview say when he will make he Minister of Justice. I don't know if you be
Yes.
serious or not just yeah. But at some point at the very end he chose to endorse and campaign for Issa. Now for understand something politically you don't have friends, you only have alliances.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I see one will make the statement say, "Oh, Issa don't always deal with the current issue." Politically, no person will tell you say correct because it was never friends.
Mm-hmm.
They only form the alliance. That's why you see politically, if you get alliance today, tomorrow your alliance change
Mm-hmm.
based on one or two interests the way you don't change.
Yeah.
Now whether they ever get me problem if some person work under a regime then turn back be opposition for me no na issue because they were alliance,
Mm-hmm.
they were not friends necessarily. So
Hmm.
if you see Barrister Bala switch from OC to ISA, strategic alliance probably for some to mention, maybe their own future ambitions. You never know. When
Mm-hmm.
I just prove say waiting, there are no friends in politics. Nobody ever happen all over the world. We only form little alliances for achieve certain goals they want to achieve.
Hmm.
Next one is waiting. If you look wetin dey happen for not just Cameroon, all African nations for election dey come up.
Mm-hmm.
People get hungry and tired youth. I no wan limit am to Cameroon. See wetin happen with Tanzania. You see how protest turn from peaceful to
Mm.
vandalism to so many deaths in just a few days. But dem today no want that particular leader. The question na say wetin? How do we take leaders out wey no want dem again? If you look am very well, Africa get that or call am say adoptive democracy in the sense say wetin? It's not something which we grew up with, we were introduced to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing where they can't teach we not teach we. It's not really part of who we are.
Yeah.
Just say no go change regime through votes. There is no leadership in Africa. We don't be for a long time. We don't get that grip of power with election in them because somehow they always play the system and the rules to their favor.
That's true.
For example, when Cameroon switch from Onel, but now Onel be the handle elections, so now
We
after
like him.
pressure and a couple of other things, Elekam now. Initially, what was supposed to be the idea? Do to manage Elekam when they become president from every party, so that all man will get eye insight.
Hmm.
Be initially get for being as something way one person go appoint all the members.
Mm-hmm.
We know for Africa, once now you put person today, that person get
He be
maybe
loyal to you.
an indirect allegiance. So there is no possibility of people from others getting to that winning. Same as Constitutional Council. Now they and Supreme Court be the biggest body.
Mm-hmm.
Supreme Court, they need to hide and we talk say this judge for Supreme Court now a Republican judge.
Mm-hmm.
Because in reality, no person will will tell you say you know get loyalty to society.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kamoe they claim say those who they do at the level of Constitutional Council, they are sovereign. But it's not true. They are not sovereign.
Mm-hmm.
If una be get that Constitutional Council, we will know say okay, some of these judges them they get allegiance to the opposition, some of them get allegiance to the ruling party. They make up that council so that when something they go at least figure a fair debate. For America, most of the time when president come, they appoint some judges. For president, the one always make Supreme Court them for America get some way you president, you will easily pass because you'll get some slight majority.
Mm-hmm.
May not be ever that kind of absolute majority. It will always be by maybe one or two judges.
Mm-hmm.
Look, American Supreme Court configuration. President, so at least that fair debate will always be. When you look at the system, Elekam, constitutional council, then how manage people fit choose that system? I hear a lot of people then, I'm telling you, for platform here, some people talk say, why Jehovah no go constitutional council, go contest for them. The question I say, for what reason? Every time when an opposition don't go for constitutional council, they don't have to be a legitimacy. Now, why do I see every wise politician go neglect and they don't go even go there? Because once you go for there, you'll lose. But true enough, you don't participate for that system. So you don't go for the go lose, but you don't give legitimacy to that process. But not going now, whether it's constitutional council the particular year, it be really trend, be getting a real impact. Because the major, usually how 2018, it was an error for campus to go there because they go for there, they do a show that choose that constitutional council session, bring people like Michelle Doki to limelight and all of that. But you not food because them going there knowing they could still lose in the end despite the spectacular show they could put. It give legitimacy to that process. By the time none of them go there, that particular process.
So
I need to say I need to talk about legality. I say legitimacy.
no, I understand. I want to ask you some one question before you drop or before you conclude. So if the political parties already know say the system be flawed, why did they run for election? They just for deciding no run until they make changes the way we feel like it makes sense. Because as you dey talk,
See,
elect am na
see,
president appoint on man, constitution council na president appoint on man, SDO dey na e. So if you don't already know, say whether you like or not, like Kabali be the say for win election not difficult. Now for prove say win election, we it mean na say the way they go for prove say win election, they'll probably swap the votes. So then why did they continue to go for election? Why them? Because that was actually one of my problem will come to the fact say for 2018 it tell legislators and municipal candidates say made them not go for legislative and municipal elections because he one make government restructure things in. And then now you come for 2025 you one can run where they never see change anything like you talk it make you did what was the word legitimize the system. And then after the system not cheat you, turn us out complain, say, oh, they cheat me, they cheat me, they cheat me. Why did you actually run if you be not so they'll cheat you?
so really, if you look the African context now, because I need to look at my own perspective, but not the same one case. Those who they running for election for Africa now, trust me, nobody say they believe say they go win through that ballot. If you look and find, there are stages to revolutions in Africa and the same pattern. Because once you no go for the election, they didn't even say they go win for that ballot, trust me. They did go knowing fully well say they no go win through that ballot. But now for they want to start something. Not just my observation, so I don't make them.
Makes
And
sense.
you see the issue for for reforms for Africa. Maybe Cameroon be a particular case. Africans get that grip for power, but you see the start election and start of process for revolution for every country for Africa now. For the modern context, it start now election. Why is people carry that frustration from 2018 now 2025 where they manifest them? Because they were waiting for this election moment. Okay, why this whole thing did not happen 3 months ago, 4 months ago? Because that election, that starting point. I don't mean an observation for you.
Mm-hmm.
That starting point for that for revolution people they want that from election. But from there way they will talk say okay, and yes so and so go wrong. We get now a legitimate reason to carry on with one carry on. And the place where I'll tell you say even if they go ahead, you see, maybe the foreign president will swear in, they'll go ahead with the process, but when you look the landscape, you look the facts in certain regions, because don't forget, they will show images of Yaoundé, sitting and they find Yaoundé, not be the whole Cameroon. Even parts of Joanna be the whole Cameroon. Cameroon is too big, and the reality of the whole Cameroon is this. People do that swearing in. You look now the map of the country, you ask yourself truly say, wait, this leader get impact for how much of the territory for the next 7 years? Like honestly, you go get that full leadership impact for how much? Because for the long don't be at it, two bit already be perfect. Somehow, full control no be there. For two, even up to now, full control no dey for two parts. Now, how many other parts them they will maybe for the next few years if you be contact? Now, you go know say you fit don't if you don't declare you winner, then the end you know be winner.
Okay.
If one look things in the proper context. So I just think say something in the way, no matter how much we preach, there is a moving train across Africa. And because what part them go accept democracy, we don't be number team. Yeah, I'm doing fine when we get our fund of it. We know say that from king to Peking. The whole political thing is not an African thing. It's whole issue for democracy election. It's not an African thing. It's not an African thing. So the fact will accident will not really match his hand. Now you don't put the continent to chaos. Now you don't put the continent to chaos. The way it is at the moment, democracy number one thing. Democracy is not anything, but and I sure bound to make that little contribution just for which I observe within the continent and Cameroon in particular.
Okay, Baba. Thank you very much. I don't know, they ever be up the kind of time. I don't know if you did below or you still prepare for go below. I feel schedule you tomorrow. I want to talk about you don't hear about this situation where it go on now way for Fika Food. We yes, you don't create another Fika Food organization. I don't know which the one, not the one, the
I
one.
just mentioned something. I even forgot one mention of about that one. They don't create fake and food bees now. Honestly, na distraction. That thing could start and end only for Facebook. And I know why blogger they carry them because they want trend, they want distract people.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Nah, but the name they were Siam, I expect those guys to be more intelligent. The name they were Siam on top of those lists.
But sometimes it be I dey even ask
Like,
myself whether they ask some people them before they put their name there, or they just wake up to
some people
see their
don't.
name there.
The bad guy time I don't really to say no, it's a they just see their name and stuff. But it be very, very foolish. It be very, very foolish. Seriously. It's on a give me a man. You know, organize the football post.
But more leave the one talk on tomorrow. I want to take one other caller
Okay,
before I end the live.
okay.
Yeah, I want really discuss that topic now tomorrow when I don't do my own small research. Yes, the man be say one call. Which be name? I'll find that name. Yabaski Genero. Say if you say one call. If you want call na phone number that either for WhatsApp or call directly if you watch. But again, like I will talk today, uh Bia will swear Bia in tomorrow and whether I would like her or not, he go continue rule. My brother they talk for years see oh according to he Bia don't lost 2 regions. Now he go probably lost 4 more regions. Then he the one who them Bia no care about all that thing. Bia, you know why you plenty people they around Bia they tell you Bia no care about anything that happen with Cameroon except he position, he power. That's the only thing he care about. So long as he knows he play with they fine. He no care about any other thing. Um Another thing we he talk we I would disagree a little bit with he this whole idea for Chuma really win election, Chuma win election. I don't believe me. I don't believe say Chuma. I don't believe say Chuma get majority votes for Cameroon. I don't believe him. Even if the election was free, fair, and transparent, me, I don't believe him. I know it's unfortunate, but me, I don't believe him. Yeah, I don't believe him. Um, we all don't see what don't happen for Cameroon in the past years, especially for Northwest and Southwest. So when they announce okay, ghost towns and things like that, so many people they need come out. No matter because they no one really come out or they no, I just say that fear just they say I say man not come out. Something will be happen was a person for Southwest, it happened for me. Man not come out. Some people that attack me, man not come out, this that happen. I feel bet you see on my way. I know so many people they should don't for their house. You know, because they want to should don't for their house. They just should don't for their house and say, oh man, no come out so some rascal they attack me and things like that. Especially we don't see how they do them, right? If me, I feel make regular Facebook post where I just push out my opinion. I just talk about my opinion. I say, okay, I have no things say Chuma win, they winning. You see adults, them grandfather why they respect that they can't insult, they can't talk all kind of rubbish talk. Then if you imagine, wait till they tell people them about okay, if the man come out, Mumu do so. So when things like this happen, I know more just talk about that one because it's one of the topic I begin to discuss and goes down. When things like this happen, you start to ask yourself like, is people they not come on now because they really feel say they don't need for come out, or people not come on now because they the fear for come out. Me, I'll tell you say the few people they not come out because people they come out, people they work, people they to do their thing there for most parts of the country. Uh, if you get side the way people not come out, I feel bet you see even some people they even not come out because they not just say they fear because you don't know what will happen. You know, one put yourself in that position where some crazy thing will happen and then you start to complain or you start to cry. Now so me I think um the whole ghost town idea was it even make sense? It even makes sense. Ghost town idea for 2025 in a community where most of the people don't even have jobs. Very few people get jobs, and that 3 day where they know go work, their employer will take advantage, cut their salary and things like that. Some they go even lose their job. I think I saw a video of an SGO or a GO threatening a woman. You must open your shop. If you don't open your shop, I will make sure so you don't open the shop for the next 1 month. Things like that. We take them for granted. We take them lightly. But now that woman a livelihood that. And because that crazy SDO or DO, he knows they get power with user anyhow, they can end up really punishing the woman. So I always ask myself the question for why are we always wanting to put ourselves in positions where you're not even hurting the person you're fighting to hurt? While they always want to put ourselves in a position where we'll end up the inside hurt now the people they will want help them. You can make ghost town for country waiting they feel rough for people. People don't get chopped, no nothing, no nothing. You make ghost town. How it affect this crazy government for 3 days? How it affect them? No, so don't do ghost town for 7 years. No, nothing never change. What you want to prove how the ghost town? The same thing when the guy said, "Oh, people should go to the street." I was like, okay, if you want people to go for street, you to go for street like Kamto. On the contrary, I didn't say yeah, and I say, "Oh, God, don't pack it in and go to stay now for Nigeria." So the thing I said over focus on Chiroma, the election was like a referendum on 42 years regime rule. People come out vote against the system, not necessarily Chiroma. The man found himself in the right place at the right time. Okay, so the same way with the thing say people, it's just funny. Basically, the same way with the thing say it was against a 42. Wait, me, I feel believe, I feel accept them. But guess what? Me already, I did tell you, say, even though now against a 42-year-old system, but him na Chiroma be the right man. Now me this way, I tell you already, I be one person to tell you, say, if me, I be the Cameroon, if I be get the competency for vote, I know go vote na Chiroma. So many other people into the day where they feel that same way. Especially if the people that know say they benefit from the system. Especially if the people that know say they benefit from the system. See, no. I need to focus on Chiroma. I don't know why you feel like I over focus on. I just talk about things the way they happen. I think that the whole this today. I don't talk about different topics. Them was never about Chiroma. Unfortunately, it go always come because it are the head of some two way. I want to talk about. I want to talk about some group of persons. Them. And if you talk about election, we're not calling him. I need to focus on him. I don't really care about him. I'm happy that he lost. It's as simple as that. I don't like his policies. I don't like his character. For me, leader na two things. Character and track record. Chiroma no get time. For me, na no. It's as simple as that. I prefer Biya. I don't see put people for jail, move the people for jail, make them minister, fire them, bring them back. Like you see some person where, okay, you feel touch, okay, this man, he get that heart, if he be tolerant, if he no be some person where I know. Tell me one good thing we know about Chiroma. So that was just it for me. It is Chiroma is a no. And I know say even them are the majority, I know say plenty people into the day way they the team because I get conversation with people them. Then they talk say no, be Chiroma. Man where he look Anglophones over their eyes, he talk so I no get no problem. Man where catch Agbobala them, catch Mimi Mefo them, catch Lockam. So that's the thing. It's not about the opposition producing a consensual candidate. Like you talk, none of them produce Chiroma. My concern they ever been a so all the were people them so where they join now gather say na Chiroma. No other candidate, no the way where people feel really look and be there. No, if besides Biana the preferable candidate, this it means that we the people be the problem. No, be even the leaders. The problem that we the people, if the people really should on majority really talks, okay, no one at Chiroma, it means that the people be the problem. No be Chiroma or Biya. But you say he was the only coherent candidate. What you mean? I don't understand what you mean by he was the only coherent candidate. And also, how many other candidates I have so much respect for them because they were coherent also. And they not only be coherent for 2 months, they don't always be consistent with what they want for Cameroon, what they do for Cameroon. Get manifesto, they don't run them for how long. They get track record, they get character and everything. When you say coherent, Chiroma be coherent how? Say you win election or say you don't come up for government because you don't see president or what? Now the type of things that now they tolerate, and then me personally, I just feel like Chiroma was not my candidate, and I know I know they na me one. I know I know they na me one. Plenty within the way they be already be like, nope, in Chiroma, nope. So moving on, I don't know the reason for ghost town. First of all, you go from many people then go for street. People then go for street. You know, come out. You should go for your comfortable place. You should don't usually wait there for your house. All of a sudden, you wait for your house. Now you don't come out for your house, come out go now for different side. As to the year, I don't know whether that's true. Like at the end of the day, stand for one place. Stand for one place. You're 79. You are old enough to even just waste your life for the people. Go ahead and do it. For really show them, so you believe in what you talk. Stay for your house, stay for your country, do everything. I no one really believe if they give me proof, they really show me proof that man come off a house, don't go hide now for Nigeria. Then I would definitely lost all the small 3 points to be remain on 100. Yeah. You know, if the claims you need fear beer, you know fear beer, this is the bed dead. You the only do thing that they show you this, you fear the beer. And then the funny thing with the bar for me, first of all, now the supporters them. How did they move the goalpost with excuses them every time? Oh, why they want holding people them? I mean, they respect them. Now free speech. Oh, they did that, but yet to really cannot have a free speech. When I want me to read the air on an opinion, to read the make to read the tongue away to 1 year. But then when I want me be a live, people then talk with you, they want talk. But when to read the one talk with you, one talk. No, if you talk with you, one talk. You must talk now with you in 1 year. Hypocrisy. It's a shame. I think that the last topic that we'll get to address on today. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think that the last topic that we'll get to address on today. The hypocrisy of our people. How they shift the goalpost every time they are comfortable. It's funny how leaders who said they were going to die with the people, they were going to die for the people, would hear say most of them now they don't run country. When they run for when they run country, say nah, made up people. And at the same thing happened for Northwest and Southwest. They started the chaos, grew the chaos, and then moved all their families out of the country. Because then they get resources, because then they get money. And the poor my picking never go school for 8 years. The poor my picking never do anything, never learn work for 8 years. Families in there for Nigeria, for side the way you need to understand. We can do far more better. We can do far more better. The hypocrisy is just too much. If you feel like you can have an opinion, if you feel like you want to talk, if you feel like people should allow you to speak when you want to speak, then know that the other person to get that same rights them. No sense the other person get that same right them, and when they want to talk, you get for respect them. You get for leave them in and talk. You get for leave them in and talk. If you feel like, oh, you don't like the fact that Biya on the TIF election, you don't like the fact that Biya on the TIF, you want to become president, you not get for become president by stealing the election. Because first you repeat what is happening and then you continue with what you don't do. That is the reason why for me I did not agree with certain candidates. You know, if you want to move behalf of cheer, you want to use propaganda and lies and manipulation and all of these things they we don't use and be for cheer for 10 years, for 43 years. It cannot work like that. It cannot work like that. When you talk about change, it should be change. When you talk about change, it get for being a change. You know, if you talk about change and then you do some contrary thing, it will be difficult. And even if you succeed, it will crash before you know. The hypocrisy of our community is crazy. It's crazy. You tell people that are picking them in and go, you do you for your house comfortably. You need to come off your house. You talk about how made the military not be loyal to some person because the military they are working for defend the people. The military working for defend the people. But then you turn around and make a post and say the loyal military don't can pick you for side, they go keep you for some side. Are you not contradicting yourself? On the contrary, when they came to you, you would tell them, say, no, I don't need you in a service. I am not president. For me, you guys should go out there and protect the people. Go and protect the people. Forget about me. I don't need, as a leader, I don't need anything. This is my country. I am free. I am safe. I didn't fear no man. I know nothing not going to happen with me. That is what you're supposed to do. Not be say when they come work for you, protect you, do things for you, you're like, oh, okay, now. But then when they want to do for another man, you feel like, oh no, hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. We complain say for Cameroon for get work difficult, for find work difficult. You must know some man, we know some man, we know some man, we know some man. People they only get work now because they know some man. That is what is happening. But guess what? Agbobala Komo can't talk away. The reason why endorsing man now because I don't give so thing they were one time and it talks a good one for me. Is that not favoritism? It no matter how una want call a negotiation or whatever now. No. Now start they already start so. Now position they already start buying so. Now position they already start buying so. But then if some other man can say, oh, we vote Paul Biana because he don't promise we say he go give you road for Kumba, he go give you fee for Kumba. And I will say no, it's not correct. He not going for promise you now before election. I keep telling people politics is a game of interest. It's either we all accepting a game of interest and we play the game like that, or we just keep everything aside and go by meritocracy, vote for a candidate because they are competent enough. Once you start talking about the choosing candidate now, because you don't promise me you go give me the thing. Now the same way when that candidate go for office, people in there don't promise and tin them. Donors and they don't promise and tin them. They go spend the time for the self and other people and not the people. So you realize here most of them, now the reason why most of them go get in there, then if you do nothing. Because they don't make promises upon promises upon promises everywhere. We now the only thing they struggle for do now waiting for keep that promise them. That is the only thing they're struggling to do. For keep promise for keep promise for day, keep the promise, keep that promise. I don't know if any of you don't watch the Banter Brigade episode it is out right now. It is one of the biggest talk show that it just launched for community, and they have general conversations. It's not formal, it's just a group of friends, people for community who I get so much love and respect for them came together and decided to do a podcast where they'll just talk about topics, talk about things that happen for community, share their opinion. I expect people to share their opinion also on these topics, either through comment session or maybe some of the lives that they do and address the previous episode. I'm actually really happy with the progress we are making as a community. So many platforms coming up, so many platforms having conversations on different topics, whether not marriage, whether not politics, whether not football, whether not this, whether not that. So many platforms they do na progress that a good thing. And while these people they host all these shows them and all these platforms them, know your role also. Like I said, the Banter Brigades, I am so happy with what they're doing. I'm so proud of what they are doing. I really wish we can give them the push and the support where they deserve them. I really do hope we community we give them the push and the support, because sometimes you start doing these things, and for most people, if it's not coming from that passionate place, from that place where you're not really overstraining yourself, and then they don't see the result, they don't see people's reaction and things that they can give up, they can just be like, I know things I want to do. But if they do them, and especially like something good, it'll pay off. Definitely this particular podcast, you'll go a long way. I know the group of people who are involved in the project. These are people who understand what they're wanting to do. These are people who understand the value they bring to the table. These are people who care about our community. Smart group of persons, very respectful. Like I said, the name na the Banter Brigade. Just go for YouTube, type the Banter Brigade. Videos will pop up. Click the one way it show episode season 1, episode 1. Because in a season 1, episode 1, it means they will shoot many other episodes, right? Or many other seasons even. We hope so. We community get that mind that way for start something today. It won't be this and that they stop them. You start something today. Probably because resources no they probably because people don't get time and things like that. So I really hope see the one if you run for at least 20 seasons, if you run for at least 50 years. And then where all the people that know all the past, they hand and down to picking them. Yeah, we have to start operating, running functional businesses which can run for hundreds and hundreds of years. So here the episode, the podcast name, the name for the podcast now, the Banter Brigade, hosted by my personal person, Adam Bimbangu, and the co-host you get Sam, you get Vivian, you get Nkeng. Like I said, group of wonderful people, extremely smart. I watched the first episode, season one, episode one. I watched from the beginning to the end. Come back again for evening time. Watch them again from the beginning to the end because these are conversations that you learn a thing or two from. And if you go for comment section, that is where the fun really is. People actually commenting like they were watching the show live. The Banter Brigade, now the name of the podcast. The host is named Adambi Bangu, co-host Vivian Nkeng and Samson Ta. A group of persons I have so much respect for. Not just because they are smart, but because people that are nosy deep down they care and then they do everything to make our community better. Thank you very, very much. I don't know if we'll do a show tomorrow, but I really want to talk about football and that fika foot B kind of thing. It's crazy. I thank every person we watch. See you guys tomorrow.